Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a simple survey in your newsletter, in your Mailchimp newsletter. So I've just opened up a template that I already have, and I'm going to create, an example survey. So what I would do first is I would have the wording for the survey. So it's like, maybe something like, I'd love to know what your greatest struggle is right now, for example. Or it could be, which of the following workshop ideas do you like the sound of? It could be, what you need to do for this is to have a set of options. So please click the link below that most applies. And then you need your options. So for the purpose of this, we'll have option A, option B, option C. So you want to have this word in before you go to the next step. And the next step is using this guidance, this article for Mailchimp. So add a poll, that's different. That's when you want to do things like have something like this, and there's very clear instructions on how to do that. But what I want to show you here is how to add a survey to an email. So what you do is you literally just copy the example text that they have. You drop it into your email. You replace the word. So this is, on average, how many plants do you keep inside your home? You would have this one. I'd love to know what your greatest struggle is right now. Please click the link below that maybe best applies. And then you can see they've got none, 1 to 3. So I'm going to get rid of that because we've already got that above. Then survey, instead of none, we replace none with option A. Replace 1 to 3 with option B. Just do that and say option B. And then 4 to 6. And then you might have none of the above, for example. So then we want to move up here, get this up. What I like to do is highlight it. So what we'll do first is we'll go to preview. I think it should hopefully show it in preview as it looks. Oh, the only one that's hyperlinking is none of the above. That's interesting. Why is it doing that? I wonder why it's doing that. Done something with. Okay, I'm going to undo everything. Oh, it's much more. I think actually what I'm going to do is go back to this. I'm just going to copy this. And then what I might do is put my question inside. So I'd love to know which of the following best applies. Get rid of you notice I kind of kept the ends of it, so it keeps the format in. And then I might just overwrite instead of copying and pasting. So option 1, option 2, option 3, none of the above. Let's have a look now. Let's get rid of this. That should have worked. I'm going to save and close, and then we'll preview. Sometimes the preview doesn't always work, so there you see. I'd love to know which of the following best applies, and then people just click the right option. Now you can see that the font is slightly different, so what I do before I send it is, I don't want it to be in that kind of type font. I don't like it, so you can select it, and my font is Open Sans, and change it, and also make sure it's the right size. And then let's see, sometimes I have to fiddle around with this a little bit to get it to work, but it should be in the right font. No. Why is it doing that? Let's work on mobile. No, it's doing that odd font. So then I might, let's see, this, another fix that I would do is I would clear styles, and then I would add Open Sans. Yeah, you see now it's changed it. So let's see if it still works as a preview. Enter preview mode. There you go. And it's in the right font. You can't test this, so if I click this, it's not going to do anything. But if it looks like this and it has the word in it and it's hyperlinked, it should work. I think if you send, even if you send a test email, you could send a test email that you then duplicate as the real email. So you can actually fill it, make sure it works, and it says, your vote has been counted or whatever it says. But that's how you do it. And it's just a really easy way for people to just be like, oh yeah, it takes me a second. I'm reading, it takes me a second to click one of these. And then later on you can look in reports and it will tell you how many clicked each option and who clicked which option. So really handy. Really useful. I love doing these. I find I get really good engagement from them.